Strategy and Snark presents Dungeons & Dragons Online. Welcome back. Little bit of an odd one today. This is the Mines of Tethyamar pack that we're going to go take a look at. Kind of doing this a little out of order. I have already done this entire video, but the audio got screwed up. Unfortunately, unlike the previous video where I had stretches in between I could just insert the quests, there really wasn't anything between these quests. It was just 5 seconds of running to the next quest. So we're just gonna redo the whole thing just like the last video. Please keep in mind I am 2 levels higher because of the time it took me to notice that the audio was messed up in these videos when editing. So that's why I'm not the same level as I should have been when we were doing these quests. Anyway, we are in Evening Star. Specifically, here's like the town center. Right to the left, or west, right where my little arrow is this recruiter to send us to the mining outpost. I have to look up on Google where he is every time I do this chain. Because it's so out of the way. Like, it's at a weird level. It's in Evening Star, and I don't remember there being a whole lot of fanfare when this quest chain came out. Like, nobody talks about it. Anyway, so we've got a arc giver here. All of my quests are going to be blue because I already did these once before. Just keep that in mind. We're still going to run through and do them on normal. Just knock these back out again. So, quest number 1, assuming that I'm doing them in the right order. 3rd time's the charm. So, just like every time we have anything even remotely resembling a mine involving dwarves, or really anything, first thing we gotta do is go rescue some miners. Because it wouldn't be a mine if somebody didn't get captured and we had to run down there because they dug too deep, etc., etc., balrogs. To their credit, this time, the miners got captured by drow. Because they're in the Underdark, right? You dig at all, you end up in the Underdark, in the Forgotten Realms. So we're going to swim our way over here to the actual mine. This is a great escape route, right? This would have been a great way for the survivor to have made it out, because the drow probably wouldn't have dove into the water to find some other cave to chase them. But yeah, for the first time ever, I think, the miners were not, strictly speaking, at fault. They didn't dig too deep. They just happened to dig too close to the drow. And the drow, not so good at sharing. Because remember, these are Forgotten Realms drow. These are like the maybe lawful evil, but very evil. You might as well just be evil. And it's not a matter of stereotyping. Like, anybody who's not mustache-twirlingly evil, Lolth just, like, personally, like, melts their minds. Tortures them for all eternity. Like, if you want to be a non-evil drow, you have to not live in the Underdark. You know, you gotta be like Dritz and get out. Because good luck. Normally when you redo a quest, you get to keep the map. So I'm actually not sure which way we're going. We more or less just kill drow, though. We kill some drow, and then we kill some drow, and I feel really slow for some reason. I find a key. I don't think that door actually required a key. The cave walls give way to a drow. So we need... We're basically raiding the drow encampment, right? Which makes sense. We know... I'm pretty sure we know from the quest giver that the drow are the problem. That stupid hamstring or whatever they're doing. We need to open that door to the north. To do that, we need to go to the south, because this is a video game, and that's how things work. Really? I failed my poison again? Did I accidentally walk in here on epic? Nope, I just failing saves against poison, even though I'm a paladin. Oh well. So we're looking for levers. Lever number 1. Boop. Pretty sure there's another lever down here. Yeah, so that lever is going to just open up that door once we get the second one. And the lever in that door is going to open up the north door. I will say I do like the aesthetics of... I do like the aesthetics. Not Eberron. The specifically not Eberron drow. They've got this very cool tile set that they use every time they show up. It's very distinctive. Now this, look at this. This tapestry shows up a couple times in this chain. You got some drow, you got little orbs, but big crystal-y thing in the middle. I believe that is telling you that the drow are also interested in the jewels of Ardor. Come on, I killed the guy. Telling me this isn't one of the doors that's magically locked by the life force of some guy nearby? I forgot to pull the lever in the door. Stupid lever. So this entire quest chain, the thing that all of these dwarves, etc. are mining are these jewels of Ardor. They are quite obviously cursed. Like, comically obviously cursed. And I'm not sure how nobody noticed. Well, okay, some of the... I think the Arc Giver is a little suspicious and isn't quite on board with how gung-ho the miners are about going and getting them. But in a world with literal elves and dwarves, it's like, come on, these things are obviously cursed. Like, you want them too much. You want them way too much. Like, there's greed, and then there's, like, super mega magically enhanced greed. Alright. I feel like we're getting closer. Killing the drow one at a time, pulling levers. Cool bridge. I mean, if I had a bridge to my house over lava, I don't think I'd put handrails on it either. I'd be like, yeah, screw you, Pizza Hut. Bring me my pizza, or die. For some reason, none of the pizza places could ever find my house. My house hasn't moved, right? You order from the same place all the time. Like, they've got a history. And I had them call me and be like, oh, we can't find your house. We can't make the delivery. It's like, this is not the first pizza I've ordered from your store. I exist. We have a history, you and I. Anyway, we're not here to talk about pizza. We're here to talk about stabbing that outpost guard. His name is Fred. He has been very naughty. And even in death, he taunts us. Now we have to go south first. This is one of those you have to go south to flip the lever so that you can go north situations. Kill all the things on the way. It's not even... I like the mushrooms. I don't like the crippling effect. Like, come on. If all of you guys would attack me at once instead of like one at a time, like, where's your sense of evil? I don't want to have to swing at you one at a time. I want to kill you 3 at a time with my greatsword. That's why we have this build. Get out of here. South. South to go north. We've got all this way. This is an egregious number of enemies if this was like a paper D&D thing. Right? If you're playing a paper game, do not put in the number of enemies that are in DDO. Like, sometimes I wonder about, like, how many of these kind of empty hallways could we have... You know, all that's in there is a bad guy for you to kill. Like, that's... We could just cut some of those out. We don't have to kill a bad guy every 4 steps. Just give me... I can't even have the hireling open the stupid chest. Keen edges. Is that just keen with a fancier name? I'm actually going to keep that. So, we've noticed a couple of quests where we have to not kill something. Where'd that sword go? There it is. There's been a couple times we've had to not kill something and all I have is great swords. So I'm going to keep that long sword in my back pocket because it's a decent looking long sword. It's not amazing, but it's decent. We're going to keep it, and we're going to have it just in case we need to not kill something. There's the dwarves, so we've caught up to them. But we need to discover a way to free the dwarves, right? Because I can swim through that lava. That lava is not going to stop me. The dwarves are not lava-proof. This cave is so dark. Oh no, bad guys. Hey, at least they all attacked me at once this time. Although the archer is running backwards, so I have to run backwards to get the archer and then forwards to keep going. I really enjoy playing ranged characters in this game because I don't have to chase people. Hey, see, here's a great time to use that longsword. Okay, we're going to equip the longsword. We are supposed to kill the jailer. Hello? Are you cutscening right now and I just didn't notice? There we go. So I can target... I'm going to put you passive. I'm going to target these guys, and because I'm not using my two-handed weapon, I don't do any splash damage. I can just go one at a time. Like, I'm not even holding the mouse button, I'm clicking. I'm going click, 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 just to make sure I'm not doing damage, like, accident. Well, I'm going to hold it down now because he's not moving, but... The goal being, there we go. We have saved all the dwarves, even the ones that were trying to kill us in the boss fight. Aren't we awesome? We have saved all of the dwarves, and I'm sure nothing terrible will happen to those dwarves in about 5 minutes. An unholy greatsword? That is kind of the opposite. Oh, no, 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 no. Speak to Riel. Where's Riel? Do not forget to speak to Riel. If you do not speak to Riel, you don't get your XP. Oops. So, save the dwarves. That's a fine quest. It's not an exciting quest, but it's a quest and we saved people. It's not like the couple dozen times that we are sent in to save somebody and it turns out, whoops-a-daisy, they've been dead since before we even got there. Alright. I don't remember which quest is next, so she says talk to Hagen Silverthumb. So not you. Oh, it is highlighting it for me. Very conveniently. What you got, Hagen? Survivor? That doesn't sound good. So, turns out... Ooh, look at that guy. Turns out, Eagle Hacken has turned on his fellow dwarves and started attacking them. And that guy was a survivor. He just barely got out. He was like, help, help, I'm being attacked. We're going to go in and see what the heck is up with Eagle. Why are you attacking your fellow dwarves? The answer is that. Right there. Oh no, who's this? Hello, mining golem. So, we are going to first apparently beat up some elementals. I do like these elementals. So, if you're going to randomly throw creatures in... Hey, look, another survivor. Take the key, and now we can actually go in. If you're going to throw random monsters in, so like, if you're making a dungeon, and something like, I don't know, we just did Acid Wit in the last quest, or the last video, it was nothing but troglodytes and elementals. It was like 20 minutes of you're only killing the same two things over and over again. If you're going to throw in a new monster, right, just to spice things up, it is nice if they make sense. So, like, why are we fighting elementals in here? They were the mining elementals. They were the tools the miners were using. Calm determination. This is a shrine to Moradin, the dwarf god of the forge. Basically, we turned the golems back on. So if you're going to add stuff like the mining golems are a great way to add variety to a quest that would otherwise have just been a whole bunch of undead, right? Why are they there? They are the tools the miners were using, but now the miners are dead and the elementals are no longer being controlled. Perfectly reasonable explanation for why they're here. Mixes up the monsters you're fighting. So as far as our goal here, because we have activated the shrine to Moradin, we can now turn on these damaged mining golems. We have to protect them. I don't know if they can actually die. They're not targetable, so they don't have any HP. So I don't think they can die, but they might stop and wait for you to clear the enemies out of the way. We're taking them because that in front of us is no mere wall. This is a wall of stone. Like, this is a passageway with a wall of stone blocking it that Eagle cast. Wall of stone is a spell. He purposefully blocked our way so that we couldn't get in here. And now we are attacked by the creepiest zombies in the game. Okay, so first of all, let me say, whoever made the dwarf miner zombies did a good job. They are more disturbing than any other undead I have seen in this game. Just look at them. They look like little undead children attacking my knees, and it's very disturbing. Just... I'm sure that's not what they had in mind. They were going for a dwarf zombie, but come on. They look like little undead children coming, like the little dead toddlers trying to eat your knees. That's what I see, and it's very creepy. And very disturbing, and I don't like it. Fortunately, we are paladin and we can smite them all and not have to spend too much time about it. We can just move on. Oh, I need to protect that thing, which means there's going to be something popping up I forgot about. Come on, mining golem. There we go. We got back just in time. Because I forgot I couldn't just run forward. And go. Now we have to wait on him anyway. I do like this. So, like, I don't like it when we have to run down hallways and collect crests. Like, it's very old. We've done it a million times. This is basically the same thing. We ran down the hallway, picked up a golem, and the golem will open the door. But because it's different looking, like, it's more creative. It's a way that, yes, you basically had to walk down the hallway, high-five a MacGuffin, and walk back. But it was way cooler, right? It's got style points. At least, if you're gonna have me run down a dead end just for the sake of getting a key, make it a cool key.
The air is thick with the stench of fresh gore. You steal
Ooh, that was a lot of damage. We climb. Climb, climb, climb. I don't remember this being a very long quest. I'm pretty sure we're getting up on the end here. So let's talk about why these miners are undead, okay? This guy actually had a pretty good plan. His whole shtick here is he is under the influence of the gems of the jewels of ardor, right? His greed is off the charts. So what he did was kill all of his fellow miners and zombify them so they would continue to work, but they would no longer want the jewels, so he could claim them all. And he walled himself in because he's probably never going to leave. Like, if we're being real, he's probably just going to seal himself up in here and just kind of swim around in them like Scrooge McDuck. Right? He had no intention of selling any of them. No way. He was going to sit on top of his pile forever. But now he's dead. And can I say, they're just magic shiny rocks, right? Magic rocks literally rain from the sky in Eberron. Magic rocks are nothing special to us. Which kind of makes us the perfect one to run in here and solve the problem, right? Because we don't care. Dragon shards are everywhere in Eberron. They are not valuable. Unless they have a very specific, like, useful piece of the prophecy on them, right? But if you get a dragon shard and it says peanut butter, nobody's going to want that one. I mean, even if the next crystal over said, will cause an allergic reaction and kill the most important person and cause the end of the world, right? You don't know that peanut butter on yours was the one that went before that. I don't understand how they get any of the prophecy right, ever. They'd have to have a ridiculous number of the dragon shards somehow all put together correctly. Yeah, magic, a wizard did it, right? But still, we're talking Eberron has rings like Saturn. That's a fuck ton. A fuck ton. And that's all supposed to be like one big prophecy? There's no way. There's no way you get any of those to line up in any useful way. Whoever has any of those prophecy bits, they're just Nostradamus, right? They're just making as many predictions as possible based on their limited data, and eventually they'll be right about something. Alright, so records of the past. Interestingly, this one is not directly about the Jewels of Ardor. I don't actually know which pass we're going, so I pick one. Apparently I picked right. The Master Manifest could be anywhere within the maze-like halls. I think the Manifest is telling us where a big hall of the Jewels of Ardor are, but this guy, when he was talking to us, he's not as interested in the jewels as much as he wants to learn about these ruins. So he's like the one guy who's not. He's got some decent motivations here, like if you were mining, like you're just a coal miner, even if it's super cool magic coal, right? You still, I mean, it's coal. You're like, whatever. I don't want to be here. This is a job. We don't want to go up yet. Get out of here. Get out of here. If you're doing your job, it doesn't matter what job it is. You don't even have to be a miner. You could be an accountant, and then one day you go to the break room and somebody accidentally opened a door that said do not open, and you find out there's a giant like forest underneath your office. You'd be like, I want to know everything about this forest. This is the most amazing thing that will ever happen to me, and I need to know everything about it.
An icy breeze wafts down from the landing atop this stairwell.
Apparently there's an icy breeze coming from up here.
This must be the source of the draft. Light pours into the
Apparently by icy they just mean fresh air.
illuminating a large relay
So,
crystal.
this is what we were looking for. We pull this lever, which, by the way, cool lever, right?
Pull the lever and the relay
It's got the hammer on it because Moradin, you know, dwarves and all that. It's going to turn on the laser. The laser, after we turn this mirror, it's going to light up that crystal. Now we're going to go back over there. Now we're going to redirect some light again. Yes, your pink eyes are very impressive. Also, you taste delicious in butter. So because we lit that other crystal up, now this crystal is going pew to the mirror. I want to say this is an optional area off the top of my head. I might be wrong, but I think this is optional. And to open the door over there, we're going to climb up, change these two mirrors. So it goes boing, boing, and then it shoots back down there and opens that door. I don't think that's the way we need to go, though. But in any case, to continue the quest, look for the spot that has these little broken crystals sitting on the floor. There is a ladder right there, and it is very hard to find that ladder. That's why those little red things are there, to help you spot where the ladder is. The first time I did this quest, I spent half an hour looking for that ladder. Alright, so I'm going to turn this mirror almost all the way around, because I want it to hit that mirror. Because we need to bounce the light around the outside to go power up that puzzle we walked over, because apparently we're not allowed to mess with that puzzle unless it's powered. So we just move the second to last mirror. now we move the last mirror.
As the beam of
And
light
now we have
strikes the
power.
final relay, power
There's actually two
pieces below.
two spots we have to power up, like this one, and there's also one over here, so we're gonna need to split the power. And it's really hard to see, but there's a trap tile here too, so we do not want to power the trap on either side. So we're just gonna disable the trap like that. That's gonna end up having to go down, and we'll say that way, that way. Nope. We've disabled the trap. Let's light it up. There we go. So power goes this way, this way, this way. Up. Can't go up because that's a straight piece, so it has to go down. Up and around. And now we'll take the other side of this T-junction and work our way towards the other one, which we had a very similar problem apparently. There we go.
Last puzzle.
Those open this door right here. There's a blade trap right here in front of that door. You can trigger that trap even if the door's not open. So we're going to just jump and feather fall through the doorway, and we're past the trap. And no, I did not know that trap was there when I did it the first time before this, before I had to redo all of this because the audio broke. That's the advantage of doing it a second time, is I remember things like traps I stepped on. That's going to come up again, you know, in a quest I very much messed up. We're not going to mess it up this time. Alright, couple drow. Knock them out of the way. And I believe we should be at the end.
Lower district. You are surprised to
Go,
hear the
kill a couple drow and we're going to get our manifest.
distance. A drow.
There he
lives
is.
In a magic circle, a weathered tome by his side.
Come on.
So,
Do you need like 7 more minutes to charge your Super Saiyan form or something? Come on. The jewel will be mine. I don't want the jewels. They're obviously cursed. What gets me is how long they've been cursed, right? None of these drow, with their long lifespans, have been like, you know, maybe these are a bad idea. Like, there's an entire drow, like, it's not a tribe. House. There's an entire drow house sitting here. Did they never talk to any other drow? Are they like the weird misfits because they keep worshipping these little gems? Nobody on the outside has mentioned, like, you know, you guys are a little too in love with these gems? The dwarves I can understand. They just got here. They just started doing the mining.
Into one of their ancient towns.
Alright. That's what, 3 down? 2 to go. This next quest actually has nothing to do with the jewels. This next one is a little refreshing. We're going to go talk to Gunholt, or whatever the name was. And we're going to go teach those drow a thing about Surface World. Gunhild. We are going to go kill the drow. Because we are tired of being attacked by drow every time we turn around. We're just trying to get these gems of ardor. Well, the dwarves are, right? The dwarves aren't down. Like, if the dwarves, they're miners. If they saw drow, they'd be like, shit. They would turn around. They would walk the other way. They have no desire to step on the drow's toes. The drow keep capturing and enslaving and killing and torturing them. So it's like, okay, enough is enough, okay? We're just going to straight up go wipe out the drow and end the threat. We're going to go full Punisher on them.
Deep grooves made by wagons moving either north or west are accompanied by the tracks of many bare feet. Slaves, perhaps?
I don't remember this.
The drow appear to have their own mining.
The drow have their own mining operation. They've got all these... Interesting.
Dwarf slaves work to extract them from the bed.
I did not walk this direction before. What are you? You're a guard. How long until the miner stops attacking me, I wonder? Hey, remember how we just got that longsword? So that we would not accidentally kill things? Let's go find whoever's in charge of this place and free some slaves. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'll take you on. I've got no fear. I will tell her to heal herself because she has a lot of fear. More miners. There's got to be like a wizard or something up here. We kill the wizard, we win. Ah, there we go. Oh, priestess. Priestess out? There we go. Priestess done. We can switch back to our greatsword and just mop up everybody who's left. I'll never surrender. Okay. Enjoy your last 5 seconds of life. We kept every dwarf alive. So unfortunately, the dwarves are going to use their newfound freedom to continue mining for the gems. Okay. I've never done that optional. I did not realize that that was there. So freaking dark in this quest. What I was looking for... Well, I'm guessing it's this way because it wasn't the other way. Yeah, I think it's right there. What I was looking for was this adventurer's pack, because right next to it is a letter. The letter tells us that these drow were expecting an outsider, right? Somebody who perhaps wouldn't have been under the control of the gems. But anyway, we now have an excuse that might get us into the drow fortress a little easier.
A solitary set of boot prints leads off to the northeast of here. The prints are fresh, and just
completely failed to navigate in the pitch black that is this quest. I mean, just look how dark it is. Okay. This is what I messed up last time. If you get the letter, don't run across the bridge. Ring the bell. This is what the guy they were expecting was supposed to do. Then they say, now you may come across the bridge. So you don't have to run through. You don't have to run through all of those traps. So you can use bluff. You can use diplomacy. I'm here to murder all of you. You know, that's what I did the first time on accident. Or you say what was on the letter. I'm from the Black Network.
Go ahead and open the gate.
And then they disable the traps on the other half of the bridge. So now, because I went and got that one thing, now I didn't have to do the traps. Now, the second I go off script, the second I do anything that they don't like, all of them turn hostile. But I'll be way over here. And unlikely to have to actually fight them.
A drow soldier nods to you as you approach. The High Priestess sends her regards, but
So we're supposed to wait in these rooms for the next
meet you in a few days.
3 days or so.
To the room to the right.
That's not what we're going to do. We're going to talk to this this slave.
A forlorn slave with downcast eyes stands in the back corner of this
I'm trying to take this place out.
shivers in fear as you look in her direction.
Tell me about the High Priestess. Come on, just... That's not what happened last time. She gives you the hint to go and save her husband before she'll help you.
A dark elf woman of striking beauty.
Hello, person who I could use Paladin Sense Evil and say, "You're evil," and then she runs away.
Contrast with the hostility of the other drow. The mysterious drow woman begins to evaporate before your eyes.
Now do you say what I'm expecting?
Her words linger in the air. The things I could have shown, but alas, now.
Oh, because I'm still undercover. Hi,
The mysterious
mind if I just
begins to evaporate.
open this door and piss you off? And then, like, cut you into little tiny pieces? Interesting. Hey, now that I'm very obviously, I'm serious.
Now back away, lest you
There we go.
exhaust our patience.
Now,
A shrill whistling sound echoes through the darkness. More whistles in the distance answer the alarm.
now we've got
It's a safe
the
bet the drow knows
optional,
something is about
we've got the information, right? So there's guest quarters, right? We were told that to the south is the rest of the slaves and stuff. She's not going to make a run for it without her slave husband. Which is fine. I'm perfectly happy killing all the slavers. I don't have that key yet. Although I suspect we're about to. Hi! Hello, slavers. Would you mind dying so that I can free your slaves? Thank you. Iron key. Yep. Open door.
Slaves
Hello, slaves.
in the back
You are free, you are free.
peering fearfully at you.
How about I free you? I'll clear the way.
While you have given the slaves hope, they have no way to defend
I mean,
themselves.
I had this problem last time. Like, I
Sure that every
talked to
drow
him,
between
right?
here and the exit has been dealt with before sending them on their way.
Oh, okay, I think I know the problem. So, they won't leave as long as there are any drow in the way. And we left drow. See, they're on the map. They're actually lit up. I missed that the first time through, because we didn't kill the guys on the bridge this time. I did the first time, but I might have missed an archer or something. Perhaps these ones up here. How do I get up there to kill you? It's so dark I can't see if there's a ladder. We'll do it the hard way. You know what? I'm going to holy sword on my... Cast failed. Fine, I will take 4 steps over here and holy sword on my throwing weapon. Because we're here to kill every drow. We're not here to kill some of the drow. We're not here to give the drow a bloody nose. We are here to decapitate drow. We're going to send Lolth the message. And the message is you should not have punched a hole into Eberron because, dear God, Eberron is full of way more powerful people. Just like the passive power level of a peasant in Eberron is almost an adventurer in the Forgotten Realms, right? Apparently there's more archers hanging around up here. Of course there are. Oh, there's a ramp, though. We'll take the ramp. I like that they're lit up on the map. That's very convenient. Because I totally, even though they were shooting at me, I totally would have just walked past those 3 archers. There's something up here. We have to do these ones the hard way. And by hard, I just mean slow. There's one more right there. How do I reach you? From over here, apparently. Alright. And we should be able to just greatsword these ones. Hey, Lieutenant Rauva, remember how you were very nice and let us in? Yeah, that was a bad idea. And now you're dead. Are you really gonna try to run away? Oh, there's more guys down here? These were probably the guys I missed the first time I did this quest then. If there's guys way down here. Let's see if there's any on the matching other side. Because we still don't have the clear the way for the slaves objective done. We still don't have it done. But now I'm reasonably sure we've killed everything. The first guy. Wasn't there a guy standing like right here at the entrance? I don't know. We've killed everybody I can see. There's no more red dots on the map. We'll talk to the guy. If it wasn't good enough, it wasn't good enough. I mean, if he's not willing to take this as an escape route, then he can just... He's not even going to stay a slave because there won't be anybody to give him any orders. Eventually he'll have to just be like, alright, we can leave now. The map says there's something that way, which is interesting. Anyway. Not here to explore. We are here to... Ooh, there's a red dot. Goodbye. Maybe we'll just run around the other way. Maybe it counts all of the drow.
As another drow is laid low, you mentally review the fortress layout. The
Apparently,
route for the slaves.
Apparently those 2 drow on the opposite side were in the way of the slaves running away. Like that pillar was in the way of me running down the hallway. Okay. Hey, we freed the slaves. Just gotta go tell them it's okay to run. Hey, you. Go.
The slaves stumble to their feet, tears of joy in their eyes.
They shouldn't be trekking by themselves anyway. Like, seriously, what they should be doing is gathering up and waiting for me. Right? I need to go back anyway. Hey, I saved... Oh, hey, she's actually gone. She successfully left. Good, I was going to be a little... I was about to sass her a little bit for making me walk back and tell her it was okay to leave. So, good job. What do we got in here? A couple more drow? Oh, some sleeping ones. Tethyamar belongs to the drow? Okay, I don't know that it doesn't. But your means of defending your claim are murder workers, and I don't like that. So, Tethyamar belongs to me now. And none of you have gotten anywhere close to disputing my claim. Hello, ogres. Goodbye, ogres. Just The dwarves should be trying to move in on this, right? This, like, pre-built fortress. Look at all this. Like, yeah. Yeah, it's drow, but it's cool looking. It's got a lot of metal. Throw a nice throw rug in here somewhere. Pull the room together. Couple more doors and we'll have full cleared this place. Ooh, secret door. Secret door is going to take us apparently to a phase spider. There's a shrine in there. And this is the back way to go get the gold key that we need to progress. So here's a big old war mage with like the least fancy armor I have seen. Look at that guy. That's okay. That's a choice. Cabinet? No, where's the key? Is it over here? I'm reasonably certain he drops the gold key, but it's not here. I thought he dropped the gold key. Must come from somewhere else. We have the silver key, but this door said gold key required. How about this room? It's just more barrels. You know, bunch of big empty barrels for storing your oil of serious repair. Can't have anybody misplacing that.
This used to be some kind of sally.
That is the trash chute. I'm not going to jump down there. There's probably something down there to fight, like an optional. I'm not jumping down there. Am I just mistaken and I had the gold key all along? Oh, this door is the silver key. That. See, I just used Q. I just used Q to target it. I must have targeted the other door through the door, because that one needs the gold key. So if you go that way, it actually leads you right back to where that wizard was. You know, you go around the spell ward. That's where we just killed the wizard. Still no key. And I could have swore I looked around. There was not a way forward right there. Pretty sure. Really? I accept your challenge. Ha ha. Don't. We stick the landing to kill him and take his spot, and then we trip and fall in anyway. Alright. This has got to be the gold key. Gold key. Silly me. Game? Okay. Almost at the end here. Gonna get to that high priestess, and since we have literally killed everything else that we've either killed or freed every other living being in this fortress, once we get to the high priestess, is this just our real estate now? I wouldn't want it because it's so far out of the way, but 2 doors. Oh, this is a shrine. I'm gonna open the door out of spite now.
Regal decorations make you suspect that these are the quarters of
more
the
notes.
stronghold's leader. Several letters lie open on a
All right.
nearby-
As my buffs expire, we shall run into the boss fight.
The huge webs within this cavern have luminous gemstones placed within their design. The result is both
So this
beautiful
boss tends to
sinister.
teleport around.
The priestess stands before her altar atop one of the upper
So we're gonna run,
platforms, lost in prayer
beat her
to
up a little
the
bit,
goddess.
and then she's gonna teleport away, and we're gonna have to fight some ads.
The priest
And then we're gonna chase her down and beat her up again. The hireling is actually... The hireling knows where she is at all times and went after a spider instead. Not the most helpful thing I've seen. Usually the hireling will sprint towards wherever the boss teleported to. So you can kind of just follow the hireling and it'll take you to wherever the boss is. But obviously didn't work. Didn't work that time because it went after the spider instead. Oh, you see something up there? Come on, lassie. What'd you find? She successfully went to the boss, and I slipped off the edge because I didn't realize that it wasn't up against the wall. Alright, that one was on me. And I think she teleports away one more time. And... Oh, I can see it. It's right there. We're going to power up our adrenaline and smite. I was kind of hoping for more damage out of that. There we go. Drow are 100% taken out. We have one quest left. Okay, the drow are 99% taken out. Still have some of their spiders left over. There we go. The world will be shutting down in 2 hours. Thank you, server message. Thank you for actually having a server message. Because when the first one you see is server shutting down in 10 minutes, that does not make for a very happy video. Alright. When we turned in that quest, the guard captain was like, yeah, now they can't stop us from getting the Jewels of Ardor. It's like, uh-oh, he went from I don't care about those things to, yeah, we can get more now. Now, Stoutheart. Stoutheart's gone missing again. Apparently Stoutheart is one of, like, the main instigators. That's not the right word. Originators, maybe? He's the one of the main prospectors. He's one of the guys who was pushing for this expedition. Apparently he goes missing all the time, but under the circumstances, they want somebody to go find him. So in we go. More gems. Bunch of miners and drow attacking each other. You know, come on, I literally just took out all of the drow. Game doesn't want me to go that way. We'll go this way. Although, it's so dark, I'm pretty sure what I'm actually supposed to be doing is climbing up higher, and I jumped down. Yep. We're supposed to be going up. Can I get away with not fighting these things? I don't know. I don't like leaving the priestess behind me just in case. We'll leave the drow, or we'll leave the dwarf under the assumption that he's not promptly murdered by the hireling anyway.
Stoutheart stands on a ledge above
There we go. Stoutheart. Yo, found you. Paladin, detect evil. Yeah, you're a demon. He laughs, he runs away. Runs through this mirror.
Step through the mirror and
What's this?
In another cave. Stoutheart is nowhere to be seen.
So,
A group
we're being tested. These dwarven miners found a bunch of actual treasure. Right? They won't let us pass because they don't want us to take their treasure. I'm looking for someone. I don't care about your treasure. So I'm just going to run past. It's not actually going to let me run past, right? The treasure is going to attack me. It's all mimics. There you go. Now we can move forward.
Stoutheart's voice projects from the cave.
Also, very obviously trapped, right? This is obviously just another mimic, but you have to bite. You can't ignore it. I tried. You have to bite. Now, and I believe, are we up to the worms next? Oh, here we go. What's this, right? Not at all. Not at all like what we were just doing. I can actually see where I'm going now. Here's a nice castle and everything. And what's this? A drow. But this drow's not attacking, right? These guys all want to lynch him, and he's just literally standing there.
The soft breeze carries the scent of flowers and fresh baked bread.
Do you know anything about those?
In a quaint little village, a voice.
I don't sense evil on you because I'm a paladin, I can tell. If you ask enough questions, you're basically playing 20 questions with him. And the goal is to get him to tell you he's got somebody down below. And below, I mean like literally underneath the bridge that we need to go talk to. We find a mind flayer and a dead villager. Hey, mind flayer. I sense no wickedness. So, he is infected by the demonic energies. He's literally barfing out the evil, right? We kill the demons.
It makes a feeble gesture for you. The mind flayer projects a telepathic.
We kill the demons again, apparently, and then he's able to stand up and warn us that the gems of ardor are bad.
The dead treasures add their stink to the fetid water. The mind flayer finally manages to stand and gestures you closer.
I offer gratitude in the form of material goods and information. Cool. So the mind flayer, in turn, asks us to go help the drow, because he's definitely going to get lynched by these weird villager guys. The villagers are very obviously a hologram. This whole thing reminds me so much of Q from Star Trek Next Generation. And it makes me wish that this villain would show up more often, because I like the idea of almost like Zoriat theme, only it doesn't have to be purely madness. It can just be literally anything. Any fairy tale type theme, or they could even do sci-fi or whatever they wanted to do with a Q type character just toying with you. That's a cool idea, but they haven't revisited this guy. Hey, get out of here, Dredge. I look forward to when they revisit this guy. Right now, they're very busy with their other storylines, but I hope we come back to this guy, because this guy is interesting. I don't think enough people are really going to clamor for him, though, because this pack Like I mentioned at the start, this pack didn't have a lot of people talking when it came out. Like, I never hear people mention this pack. This is nobody's favorite pack. And I own it, right? And I skip it because it's not worth the effort of going to Evening Star at level 15 to do this quest. It's just, it's a little bit too out of the way. There's no quick way to get here. And, especially now, level 15 is just so packed with quests. There's not any need. Hey, there we go. We have found the next mirror. In we go. The promise of power. Okay, I'll click on that.
An assured voice echoes.
I don't know if I actually want to click on that.
You know instinctively that it's the shapeshifter.
Destroy all the guardians. So we need to go in here and flip these 4 key stones, right? Sounds easy, except
I have one more task for you before we meet face to face.
where are you at, little guardians?
There are touch keys in the caverns nearby as well as
There we go. Worms. Big, scary worms. They can do a lot of damage. They're actually very scary. Can I behead them? Won't. No. The answer is either no or it made the save. Those things are scary. When I was coming through here on hardcore, man, I had to be very careful because they do a lot of like acid damage. They've got a lot of HP. Look how many hits they are taking, right? And we're on normal mode. There's another one. Oh, we're slowed. I should probably be using adrenaline more. So, killed them all. Got the last key thingy. And now we move on to the final section. Hey, that's a screenshot worthy, I think. Of course, look at this. Look at this guy. He's like Apollo? In the same idea, but in the original Star Trek, they found some of like the Roman gods, I think, and they puppeted Kirk and all the. That's what he reminds me of. He looks like one of those Roman gods. I think they're supposed to be Greek gods, but I want to say it was Apollo, and Apollo is the Roman name, I think. Or is Helios the Roman one? I don't remember. Same guy. So this part of the quest, okay? Ooh. Transparent floor. If you step in the red circles by the succubus, right? There's the succubus hologram. If you step in the red circle, you get hit by Otto's irresistible dance. See? And then you're stuck here for a couple seconds, and then you have to fight the succubus. So don't step in the circles. Also, when you see a mirror, don't just run through it. Like this one was fine, but A, there might be a circle right on the other side. And B, some of these are actually traps. Like there's just straight up. Wow, we found him already. Ah, I got too close to it. One of those, there's a mirror, right? But if you walk through at too much speed, there's actually a trap you fall in. I'm going to avoid his gaze by literally turning around.
Best to avoid his gaze if you can.
Now that I've turned around long enough, I can go back to attacking him. Up, now I gotta turn around again. Waiting for that debuff to wear off. I wonder if I can just adrenaline and use my
Demon Lord's gate is fading.
my 360 attack.
Once more, Grazit's wounds seem deep, and his movements begin to slow. Yet just when
Apparently that wasn't
is at hand,
the final fight with him.
upright, blows you a kiss, and vanishes.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Begins to fade into blackness.
The battle is heroic, but not quite legendary.
This battle is heroic, but it's not
So he's basically saying he's going to come back and raise the stakes, right? So there's, this is probably the actual, what was his name? Stoutheart.
But it needs more time, yes. And I need to up the stakes. I want our next encounter to be truly exceptional. Perhaps a city or a world should hinge.
So there's the real Stoutheart.
Getting ahead of myself again. I need to sharpen
He found the
my
fabled
grasp of our
Blue Stone Cavern, or Blue Crystal Cavern. The crystals that Stoutheart was after were a completely different color. They were a completely different crystal the whole time.
I hear that evening stars
The red ones were just holding the demon's influence this whole time. He is an interesting villain who hasn't shown up yet, and I really hope he comes back. Alright, last chance for a named item? Nothing.
Even though Grazit's is gone,
We didn't get anything the other time I did it either. That's 2 full runs on normal mode. No named items here.
interest in you will fade quickly.
So, what do I think of this pack? Big skip. I don't actually mind the quests, right? But 2 of the quests are basically run to the end of the hallway and save the dudes. For different reasons. And the only quest that really stands out to me here, the only one that I would have been like, I want to do this quest every time I run through, is the last one. But it's a chain, so you have to run the other ones to do that quest. It's like, I can't skip to the one I want to run. So I'm just going to run none of them because the other ones are very forgettable. Didn't get a single named item in 2 full runs. It does have an epic mode. Okay. So you get kind of the double value out of it because you get heroic and epic. But both of those level ranges are stacked. You've got Sharn is the boogeyman at level 15 that, like, you're never going to come here instead of Sharn. And then when you get up to the max level, where you have your epic version of this, you have the same problem. Everything else is available. So no, I don't recommend buying this pack. If you're VIP, run through it once. The quests are fine. Do it for the experience once. But is this going to be one that I always make sure I hit as I'm grinding life after life with my reincarnations? No. I like the last quest. I'd like to be able to skip just to the last quest. But yeah, this is a very forgettable pack. Which is probably why it didn't... I don't know, it didn't really get that much fanfare when it released. Nobody really talks about it. Not that I know of. Anyway. Thank you for sticking with me as we reran this pack. I kind of curb stomped everything, but it's not just because I'm level 20. We curb stomped everything the first time I ran this too, 2 levels ago. Stupid audio issues better be solved this time. I swear, every time I learn something new and I fix a problem, like 2 other things break, I'm going to be a professional video editor by the time we get through this series. Anyway, you have a good night. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time when we go to What am I going to? We're going to be running through the Cannith challenges. They are delightfully weird. Little mini-game type things. I don't know if you actually count them as quests or not, but we're going to go do them all. And by do them all, I mean I already did them all because this is replacing audio, right? So, already done. Video go up tomorrow. You have a good night, and thanks again for watching.